Hey guys, it's Elizabeth Hunter, and I love books and I love fragrances. So today we're returning to one of my favorite series. What does this book smell like? So today we are talking about one of my absolute favorite reads of the past month. It is Thornhedge by T. Kingfisher, who's quickly becoming one of my absolute favorite authors. This book is a novella and it's a reimagining of the Sleeping Beauty story. And I do say reimagining because this is not a retelling. We are not focusing on Sleeping Beauty. We are focusing on the very interesting and very different fairy godmother. She is the main character in this. I loved this book. It was short. It was I just felt like there was nothing missing. It was a short story, but it felt very, very complete, which is perfect for a novella. It was unexpected, but it had some, just like so many of T. Kingfisher's books, it had a very whimsical and very fairy tale quality. Obviously, this is a fairy tale, but it had some very dark elements too, but cozy dark, if that makes sense. Anyway, if you loved Nettle and Bone, which I did, you will enjoy this too. It's not what you're expecting, but it is really, really delightful. To pair with this, what does this book smell like? It is a little bit dark. It's earthy. There's some greenness to it. It's kind of wet. It's hard to describe. I don't want to give away too much, but in this story, the main character's name is Toadling. She is a human who is stolen by the Fae at the very beginning of the novel or the novella, and she is raised among the Fae. A changeling was put in her place, and then at some point she goes back to become the fairy godmother for the Sleeping Beauty character. The fragrance I decided to pair with this is Otis and Me by Jazmin Sarai. Like Thornhedge, this is kind of unexpected. It has a lot of earthy, peppery notes for me. There's some cardamom, which I love, always one of my favorite fragrance notes. And then it also has this really unexpected, deep, not sweet. There's nothing sweet about this fragrance, but this really lovely rose note that comes out on the dry down. I put some on earlier and that rose is really coming out. There's also some incense in this, and which pairs very well with the male main character in this story, who is a knight, as you might expect in the Sleeping Beauty story, but he's a great knight and he is not going to fall into any stereotypes. It's just the two characters together, Toadling and the knight, are fantastic. Their interactions are really great and they are unexpectedly sweet. And that's why I love these two together. Jazmin Sarai creates some really interesting combinations of fragrance, and Otis and Me it's often described as smoky, which again doesn't bother me with this. There is some smoke. There's a lot of campfires, put it that way. There's a lot of campfires in this, and a lot of the storytelling in this novella circles around the campfire and talking around the campfire. So it works. So it really works. So there's some smokiness here. There's the greenness of the cardamom, and there's that really just beautiful layered floral that comes through kind of right in the middle for me. It's not on the dry down, it's right in the middle. So what does Thornhedge smell like? It is green and earthy. It is incensey and smoky and complicated, but it also has a really delightful note, floral note, not sweet, but really beautifully complex. And that pairs perfectly with Jazmin Sarai's Otis and Me. This is not a blind buy, by the way. I would not recommend buying a whole bottle of this. just off my recommendation, please do get a sample because it's going to smell different on everybody's skin. Some people online have mentioned like super heavy coffee notes. It does not smell coffee to me, but everyone's body chemistry is different. This, on the other hand, I recommend for pretty much everyone who loves fairy tales. Please do get it. It's wonderful. It's a great short read, and I think you'll really enjoy it. That's all for this week's What Does This Book Smell Like? I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.